Albania, 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 the land with one of the highest Muslim population in Europe and also the land with one of the highest amount of bunkers per square kilometers. And I really don't know how these two things relate with each other. Well, if you're not aware where this teeny tiny nation is, it is present here. If we zoom in a little bit, we can see that Albania is present on the southwestern side of the Balkan Peninsula. Albania has a total of 476 kilometers of coastline on the Adriatic Sea and the Ionian Sea. The nation of Albania borders Montenegro from the north, North Macedonia from the east, and Greece from the south. Albania also borders Kosovo if you ask these nations, and Serbia if you ask these nations. The nation was first home to several Illyrian tribes and then some Greek tribes as well. In the 3rd century BC, the area was taken over by the growing Roman Empire and it became a part of the Roman province of Dalmatia and Macedonia. Afterwards, the region remained a part of the Roman and the Byzantine Empire until the Slavic migrations of the 7th century. In the 9th century, the region was integrated into the Bulgarian Empire. Later, in the Middle Ages, the Principality of Arbor and the Sicilian Union united and became known as the medieval Kingdom of Albania. Some areas were also annexed by the Venetians and the Serbians. Till the late 15th century, the Kingdom of Albania has crumbled into many smaller principalities, making it easy for the Ottoman Empire to take over the control of the country. But there was a little resistance shown by one person, the mighty Skanderbeg. He was one of the lords of the Albanian principalities. He started many guerrilla wars against the Ottomans and resisted them for half a century. Albania remained under the Ottoman rule till the 1900s, with a few revolts and interruptions in the 18th and the 19th century by some nationalists and autonomists. After the Ottomans, a short-lived state of the Principality of Albania was established till the 1925. Then came an even shorter-lived republic that stayed till 1928. Then again a monarchy till 1939 and then another republic. Albania also did not enter the World War I due to the ongoing disputes the newly independent nation had. The nation of Albania became the first occupied nation by the Axis powers in World War II. After the collapse of the Axis powers, Albania became a communist state under this Olaf-looking guy, Enver Hoxha, who belonged to the Socialist People's Republic of Albania. The communist regime collapsed in 1990s with many other communist nations. In 1992, there was an economic instability in the nation, resulting in the Albanian diaspora, where many Albanians moved to either Italy, Greece, Switzerland, and North America. Moving to today, the economic and the political conditions are a lot better in Albania. Albania is now a full member of NATO and is also applying to join the EU. About the geography of Albania. Albania is a country measuring more than 11,000 square miles in area, making it the 145th largest country. Albania mostly has a mountainous terrain, the largest mountains being the Mount Korab. The Drin River is Albania's longest river. Albania is filled with mountains. They are just named differently. For instance, the Albanian Alps are present in the north, the Shar Mountains are present in the northeast, the Skanderbeg Mountains in the center, the Korab Mountains in the east, the Pindus Mountains in the southeast. Albania also has some of the oldest water bodies present in Europe. The largest lake in Albania and the second largest lake in southern Europe is Lake Skoda. Albania enjoys a Mediterranean climate with mild, humid winters and very hot and dry summers. The country is divided into 12 counties. Capital is Tirana, which is also the largest city, the second largest being Durrës and the third largest being Valabi. Tirana also has Albania's largest international airport, and after that, Kukës International Airport is also present in Albania. Albania's largest seaport is the port of Durrës. Talking about the seas, Though Albania has a coastline, still it does not really own many islands. And out of those handfuls of islands, only a few are inhabited. Though a small country, Albania has an abundance of biological diversity. There are more than 55 mammalian species which occur here, including the Eurasian lynx, the golden jackal, the Eurasian otter, and the brown bear. There are also over 300 bird species, including the greater flamingo, the Dalmatian pelican, hawks, and vultures. Furthermore, there are many reptiles and fish species present in Albania. Talking about the national symbols, the country's flag contains a simple but very cool double-headed eagle on a red background, where the color red stands for the bravery of the people and also the bloodshed, while the eagle represents the sovereign state of Albania. The Albanian national anthem is this abomination that I really don't know how to pronounce. The national motto is that you, Albania, give me honor. Give me the name Albanian. The national bird is the golden eagle. The national language of Albania is, drum rolls, the Albanian language. The traditional dance of Albania is the Dibras double dance, mainly danced by the men. The traditional dresses of Albania is the fustanella and tirk, worn by men, and the jubiletta, worn by women. The national sports of Albania is football or soccer. Talking about the demographics, the total population of Albania is a little less than 3 million, making it the 140th country population-wise. The Albanian demographics are mostly dominated by the Albanian ethnicity at 82%, with some other groups including the Greeks, Bulgarians, Serbs, and the Roma people. Albania is a majority Muslim nation, with them having 58.9% total share in the population. Then comes the Christians with 10% Catholics and 7% Orthodox, and atheists having the third highest share, that is 8%. Albania is a country with a very high literacy rate, that is 98%. They use the Albanian lek as the Albanian currency. They drive on the right side of the road and they have the calling code of +355. Well, Albania was always a shy guy. After gaining its independence from the Ottomans, it mostly was alone. And then came the Soviets, and it became a part of the Soviet bloc. During the Sino-Soviet split, the Albanians sided weirdly with China instead of the Russians, which made China Albania's only ally. Till the 1990s, Albania was a nation blocked from foreign interference, but as the communist regime fell, the nation quickly became open to the world. In terms of their biggest ally, Kosovo can be considered as their biggest friend. Well, talking about Albania, we cannot really forget about its bunkers. Well, it is like that situation when you complimented the oranges your father brought, and the next thing that you see is 20 boxes filled with oranges the next day. Well, in the case of Albania, the old communist leader Enver Hoxha built nearly 70,000 of these World War II concrete bunkers as a military preparation, which costed the country a lot of money. But now, these bunkers act as a tourist attraction and people just randomly live around them. There are even museums built in them. And now, talking about some places that you can visit in Albania are the Skanderbeg Square, the Blue Eye, the National Historic Museum of Albania, the Gazipe Beach, the Pyramid of Tirana, the GT Express, and many more places. Well, some popular Albanian dishes include farges, tartar, bajrak, ashure, and tules. Talking about the trade and commerce, Albania's major trading partners include Greece, Turkey, Germany, and Serbia. It exports mainly textile, footwear, crude petroleum, and raw iron. Some popular people with Albanian descent include Mother Teresa, Dua Lipa, Ismail Kadre, John Belushi, and Jim Belushi. Well, with this, I have given you an overview of Albania, and I think that Albania is like that mysterious neighbor you have that you really didn't know. But it turned out that the neighbor was really very popular. Anyhow, stay tuned for the next episode. That will be Algeria.